Exactly.
Why do you think, if there is a problem with communication from yourself, it's a bit of self-reflection, how do you feel like you communicate to Shawn?
By shouting.
Again, he's interrupted. He cannot shut his mouth. They both cannot shut their mouths. They ask questions and they can't shut their mouth. Neither of them can shut their mouths. It is frustrating to watch. And so neither are respecting each other's autonomy to be able to speak and be able to voice out their feelings. There's no safe space here. There is no safe space between the two of them. They haven't got no safe space at all. There is no safe space between these two of them. None. Now, he's asking us a very specific question. Let's listen.
Shouting. That's what she does.
I'm not saying I'm the best communicator.
The worst.
Is your name Joe? Again, your identity is Shawn, not Joe, not Ray. Your place is over there, yes?
So, like, for example, language, like, your place is over there. You can understand why that can be triggered.
When he called her out, she said, Man called her out and she was like, Wazoo.
Times where she's right, she's fine. There's times where I'm right, but she never acknowledges when I'm right. It's always her. When Ray feels something, it's all about her. She doesn't care about nobody else's feelings, because nobody else's feelings matter.
Because I'm a bad bitch. It's always about me. Did you not know?
What is a bad bitch?
Did you hear what she just said? Man. Man said it's all about you. And she said, of course it's always about me. I'm a bad bitch. I said, aye. There we go. Searching for that importance. So you see, the thing for her is, if we look deeper into a thing, when you go down this lane of everything's about me, it's because nothing's been about you. Should we go there? I don't think she's a narcissist. So if you feel like everything is about you, it's because nothing's been about you. That's why you want everything to be about you. Now, in your selfishness of wanting everything to be about you, because it makes you feel safe, because you haven't felt safe before, you're actually destroying your relationship. Because it can't always be about you. Relationships are about servitude. So the reason why you're saying everything's about me is because it hasn't always been about you. And that probably goes back to the childhood situation with the parents as to why her real anger is actually coming out. So you want this person to treat you like a daughter, and a father should treat a daughter almost, but you want your man still at the same time, which is why the confusion earlier on also about cool me down, but don't talk to me like you're my dad. It's like you can't have both. You're gonna struggle to have both, sis. You can't have an authoritarian and somebody who decides to want to take control, and you won't let them have control. And then you label them as being your father when they try to have control over the situation. It won't work, right? It won't work.
What is that?
Me. Somebody who is independent, somebody who empowers herself, somebody who is the epitome of strong. And that's what he can't handle.
So this is what she said. She said, a bad B is somebody who's strong, who's independent. It's about themselves. And yet, and you know what? I said it before the therapist even said it, but he said it at the same time. It's like I said, well, then why would you want him to calm you down? Why would you want him to calm you down? Since you are a bad B, why can't you?
So 1 second. So from a strong independent point of view, do you find yourself depending on Shawn to help regulate or facilitate those conversations when you're angry? Because on one hand, you're saying to him, I'm a bad B. On the other hand, you want someone to help you calm down.
So he asked her the question about whether, he asked her a question whether, like, hey, look, you know what? Can if you're saying you're a bad B, how come you need someone to help you regulate the situation then? How come you need someone to regulate the situation? If you're telling me you're such a bad B, then it can't be that you need someone to regulate you. You should be able, okay? You should be able to regulate yourself. And I thought it was a great point, because you're trying to do this independent, yet you want to be dependent. All right? Which is what it is, because in reality, what's happened is she doesn't feel safe. And it's happened before she got into a relationship. She didn't feel safe, right? She's had to be independent, bad B, but she wants to feel like the person has got her back and is covering her. But when they start to cover her or correct her, she feels like she's being challenged, or her independence is being lost, or she's being the protection that she has over herself, her inner child, is being stripped away. And that is where she can't hold a good tension. And that comes with, when you begin to heal, you're able to hold a better tension. Unfortunately, she's not able to hold that tension in that space, right? And so, yeah, in that situation, she's unfortunately, she's unfortunately gonna struggle in a relationship. And I was like, okay, well, in that sense, sis, you know, you're gonna find it hard. You know, you're gonna find it hard to be able to maneuver. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. I was like, yo, sis, take a breather, man. Like deep, like don't go too deep. You know what I mean? You know, so like don't allow yourself to get dragged too deep in the situation. But yeah, no, it was intense. Like just watching it. I think there's more to it, so I want to even play a little bit more.
Calm down. Can you shed some light and just kind of let us know specifically what you actually want? Because it's important for Shawn to know what you want from him specifically.
I'm looking for a partner. I've been the independent, strong woman, right? And I just want to be with somebody who can give me that balance. I want to feel like I have somebody in my corner.
Now, here's the thing. She said she wants to have somebody in her corner. She wants to have somebody who is backing her up. She wants to have somebody who is, you know, is supporting her because she's been independent all her time. Well, you got to allow me to be there. Now, probably this ain't the right relationship to do it. It's too triggering. Can't be lying to you. But you're going to have to allow me to be there. Right? Now, this probably ain't the right guy to do it, but you're going to have to allow me to be there. If you're saying you want that, but every time we get there, you're attacking me, I'm not going to be able to do that for you. I can't be that rock for you because you're always going to be feeling like like you're being attacked. So you're going to have to learn how to like subdue that nervous system and be cool. If you don't, we ain't going to get nowhere. Right? We ain't going to get nowhere. And that's the honest truth. So she's got her own journey, and I think someone said it. She needs her own individual therapy away from him. He needs his own individual therapy too, away from her, because they trigger each other right now. They're not actually helping each other. You know, they're not actually helping each other. And so what's happening is they're actually causing each other more pain, and they're actually causing more tears in the fiber of their being as a relationship. You know what I mean? Like you're actually hurting each other. Like it's crazy. You know? Nah, man. It's you know, for me, I'm like, this probably needs to look differently. You know what I mean? Needs to look differently. Let's bring this back. You know? Let's I won't play the whole thing, but we 10 seconds at least.
I don't feel like I have that.
So Shawn, for you, in those moments, what can she do to indicate to you that she needs your help at that moment in time?
How can I even be thinking about her when I'm thinking about let me survive because it's an attack?